My name is Celso Nolberto, and today I'll be speaking to you all about the topic of success. Now, what does that mean? There are so many people who are trying to seek after this thing called success. But let's begin by defining what that is. Success is having a success is having a desired result. A desired result. In order for you to have results, you must first know what is it that you are desiring. In other words, what do you want? What do you wish to accomplish? What do you want to do? I'd like to introduce you to something called PPB. Plan, prepare, build. The planning process entails you having certain goals. And after you have written down your goals, the things that you want to aim for, then sitting down and writing down what are the steps you need in order to get there. Then second, prepare. The preparation process is vital and very important. That's the time you begin to lay down the foundation. That's the time when you seek after resources and the information or the research needed in order to have a solid foundation to begin building upon. Now, the building process is the process that you begin to execute. I have a good friend of mine that says you must first plan your work, then work your plan. And that's such an awesome thing. Work your plan. But many times we become overwhelmed by all of the information, the research, even the goals that we sit down and begin to write down on paper. And we don't know where to start. We just begin pulling our hair. But don't become overwhelmed. Pace yourself. My advice to you is to pace yourself. Take things one fragment at a time, a piece at a time, until you have been building. There is a story I recall by Will Smith, where his father has given a project to him and his brother. And for some reason or another, Will Smith's father in his business wanted to bring down a wall, then to construct it once again. And he gave this project to Will Smith and his brother at a very young age. And if I'm not mistaken, they began to dig down deep, 6 feet down. Then they stirred up the cement with their own hands and then begin to put one brick at a time. Brick after brick after brick. Will Smith recalled that his father went up to them and told them, "Don't ever tell me that you are not capable of completing or doing something in life." That day, Will Smith and his brother learned a great lesson. Not to get overwhelmed by big projects or think that a goal is too much. But if you was to lay one brick at a time, you, my friend, can be successful. All it takes is one brick at a time, and laying that brick as perfectly, as nicely, as beautifully as you can. But there's a difference between success and being successful. Success is having a desired result. Successful, if we look at the word full, it means to be lacking nothing, to not have any wants or need of something. But in order for us to be full, successful, we need to establish dominance. How do we do that? I'm glad you asked. Number one, in order to establish dominance, you need to be consistent. Consistency means to do something every day, daily, until it becomes part of your nature, until it's something natural to you. You do it so much that it's not something that you do anymore, but it's something that it's now who you are. Not what you do, but not who you are. Number 2, in order to establish dominance, you need an excellent spirit. What does that mean? That means that you're not trying to strive to be perfect. You're not aiming for perfection, but you're doing your best to reach that place. You're not focusing on competing against others, but you are constantly competing against yourself. And lastly, in order to establish dominance, to become successful, you need to keep growing. Whether it be to grow yourself as an individual, meaning learning what you need to learn, reading a particular book, or getting research on a particular area or focus in which you want to grow in. Whether it be finances, whether it be marketing, whether it be relational, but growing yourself. And then another aspect of it could be growing your business. And in that, maybe even growing your team. That will require you to upgrade them, teach them new skills, expose them to new territory. Because if you can expose them, they will not just have the exposure, but they will become what you expose them to. This is my small segment on success. I hope it was a blessing to you. Continue forward and know that there's nothing impossible if you can believe. Have a good one, and thank you for staying tuned.